Sleepy Time story from Healthy, Happy, Healing. It was an autumn, cool, so hot summer day. The winter breeze was blowing the trees and the leaves and everything down to the ground. And there it was, gold. Not just regular gold, but silver, kind of like platinum, brownish, with a tint, a hue of black. And he really thought he hit it big, scratching that lottery ticket in the way that he did. But who knows? Maybe tomorrow he'll be able to eat something. Because up in the sky was a great big bird, and it began to crawl on the ground. It kept looking around and around and around for something, but it couldn't find it. And there it was, the ruby in the middle of the sea, fish swimming all around it. And then it happened. The hook came down. And when the hook came down, everything around stopped spinning. The room was brightly, dimly lit. And yet, she decided to go take a walk. Time to go buy some milk. Milk in order to be able to drink and to eat. And decided to sit right down and start writing a book that she's been so hesitant to write. I mean, after all, with all the kids and of course the responsibilities, who could blame you? Why would you ever want to stop? The pilot decided, and he said, look, everyone in the cabin, sit down. Sit, or rather sleep, and grab the pillow. And when he grabbed the pillow, he decided, hey, I need this more than you do. He pushed him aside to lay down right next to the cat. Oh, the beautiful cat. The cat was resting peacefully when all of a sudden, the statement came in the mail with the bills that were just piling up all over the place. Because all of a sudden on the roof, you heard it. Yeah, you heard it. It was the roof, and the man on the moon decided, hey, I'm going to explore. And exploration is so important. As we continue to grow, growing our minds, growing, and yet there's a loss. There's always a loss. You're always losing, no matter how much you gain. I've kept it. Can you keep it? Can you look and stare? Because that's what she did. She continued to look and to stare and to think. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I just know as I continued to explore the cave, the deeper I went into the cave, the more I began to explore. What I saw on the walls was mesmerizing. And I journeyed a little deeper and a little deeper. And it was getting so dark. I decided to turn around. And that's when it happened. The phone, well, it didn't ring. It just kind of sounded. It appeared out of nowhere, seemingly. But what's a guy to do? He just continues to think and act and be. I mean, being is As important as thinking is as important as driving. Driving down that long road. That road that'll take you into the mountain, around the mountain, over top the hill, onto the countryside. And then you pause. Oh, the pause, the time to step out of the car and down onto the ground. And as you, or rather she, or was it he, was staring there at the ground, they saw it again. It was burrowing further and further into the core of the earth. And there was hot, molten, lava-like substance. And you could just hold it in your hand like silly putty. And then it was all done. Put it on the plate. Take a fork and a knife and slice and dice it up. Feed it to the gerbils. Oh. Then the bright light came in. The light was so cool. The light was cool to the touch. The wind, as you grabbed the wind and held it in your hands, was kind of really squishy. I didn't know what to do. Do you? I mean, what are we ever going to do? How can we ever stop it? I was thinking, and then I was being, and being is so much easier than thinking. Because as I try, and I really did not exert that much effort in trying, yet persistence is key. And I've been keen on making sure that I continue to look and to find the greatest ways of doing even the simplest of all things that there are to do: to sleep and to eat and to drawing that gives you so much comfort, and escaping from his clutches. The air was so dense. The moon was shining brightly. The sun was so dim that you could hardly even be able to walk on it. Not even running at full speed could you slow it down, or even rev it up. I looked at the phone. It really wasn't that bad. It tasted kind of like it smelled. But I'd never, ever try to do that again, because with all of that stuff that was in it, wow, it really kind of keeps you thinking. Kind of really thinking about the stars and all the kind of things in this galaxy that really mean hardly nothing to everybody. But we just keep moving, thinking, being. But why? Why, when in the vast greatness of all the things that are, do we have to just be? Because I, for one, know one thing. Well, maybe a few more than potentially, well, you have to, I guess. And when I do guess, sometimes it comes true and sometimes it doesn't, but that's for you to know and for me to try to find out. Where is it said that only those that will kind of think like or act like can ever kind of like really make it? I think so. Don't you? I mean, with everything that we've gone through now, with all of this blue and green and red, I don't know which one is my favorite, but I'm sure you'll tell me. Or will you? Will you be able to help in allowing me to see what is down there? The noise I hear, the things that I know. Are they really there? Or is it just a figment of reality? Or, maybe I'm just seeing it wrong. Or, well, I mean, I guess it could be also your thinking that I would have the answer, but I only have $3. Not much money to be able to do, but I was able to get in it. Oh, and it was absolutely beautiful. I don't know. Maybe next time Charlie will do it. Or maybe not. I continue to think about all the things and all the ways in which people like you and me drive, fly, think, and even with the ice cream on the tip of your nose, why is it there? And why won't you? You know. Or maybe you're being coy. Maybe you actually don't? Well, then why would you think that someone else would if you or I or she or he couldn't even imagine? I don't know. These things are beyond my When did you ever see that? See, as I look on the ground, all I see is dirt and ants and grass and the wind blowing in the trees and the owls, oh, the owls. Why do they bark like that? Why do they act as if they went to college? The spectacles that they have and the spectacle they make of themselves as they continue to growing, and even advancing. I wish I had even just a little bit of their money. Oh, the things we could see. Up above, as I peer down and stare at the ground, soar with my mind's eye, staring into the deep abyss. And as I delve and I go a little bit deeper and deeper in to the cave again, there I see it and I spot it, and I hold it. Was only because of the fact that there were others around staring also. And I knew, if it wasn't me, it was going to be you. Or maybe her. Or them. But eventually we would all be able to spin in the same direction at the same time well, maybe not the same place, but maybe somewhere. This has been so confusing to me, but at the same time, the clarity of it and the genius of it. Why didn't I see it before? Or maybe I did. Maybe it was just deep, embedded. But then I was able to wake up and keep going. Sleeping, hearing, seeing from within all of the things that would normally stop someone from ending the selection and starting and snapping it all. Ombre keeps generating the effects of all of the world and the revolving things that happen so often as you walk there among the tombs and then all of a sudden see it spinning with such velocity and with such ferocity. Wow, now I know what to do. Now I've been enlightened. Now I can really see that these things were really made not just to be able to mentally comprehend, but also to be able to help me to see deeper and deeper within the concave reality of the convolucent convalescence. Yes, now I know. And knowing was always the thing that I could see, but couldn't always act. That almost, but you're almost, but you're still not quite. rounding off the bases as they continue to load and loading the car for all the stuff that we need to travel and to go to places unseen and yet unknown, but we still do it, don't we? Why? I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. Maybe you can show me. Did she say it? Or did we see it? Do we even know it really even happened? Because I can't be sure of anything anymore. But one thing I do, look up. There it is. There is reality, covered in darkness, covered with covers. I don't know, but I will, and so will you. Well, that's assuming, of course, that you don't already, because something tells me you may have already peered into the crevices, the leaks, valleys, and the like. But what's a guy to do? Especially when it's Saturday. And I really don't know where to find things, especially when it's like really, really late and I'm really, really tired. And yet there's an energy that continues to surround as I look up and down and in and out and without, even all the things that are on me and in me continue to peer out the window of my eyes, looking on the inside and searching deeper and deeper for the things that I know have to be there at some point, but I just don't know where it is. And so I continue to try and try and try again, knowing that at some point someone will finally figure it out. Will it be you? Or maybe it's Sue. I guess we're going to have to find out. Will you tell me? Just in case we ever find out, we'll at least know who to talk to. Because this is the reality of things. Things can, well, they should be changed if we really want them to, but that's a subject for another day. That's a story that's yet to be told. These things do unfold, but it takes a while. It takes practice, yeah, and lots of practice. I hope you're able to sleep. I hope peace is within and without, and you're able to sleep through the night with no fright. Yes, join us again on the next one. Coming soon. If you like this one, let me know in the comments below. Bye-bye.